How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we're going to be talking about some Pokemon rumors, leaks, all that kind of stuff. Let's get right into it right off the bat. So, we only really have a few official news, but it's very minuscule. Starting things off, though, we have this post right here, which was shared by Soul Silver, who, of course, is one of our friends and also a quote-unquote leak analyst, is like I like to call him. But he said basically this, and he quote-tweeted a tweet from Pokemon UK, which is the official UK Pokemon account on Twitter, which basically said, Goldenrod City, the nostalgia hits hard, and then it's a video from Pokemon UK from TikTok, actually, and it specifically shows Goldenrod City, which is really random, as they're just walking around in it, and that's it. It's just so random. It's so out of place. And what he said here, actually, I fully agree with it, because if you look at the actual tweet, again, it's really weird. Like, why would they tweet out Johto again? Like, I know you could say, like, oh, they tweet out random stuff all the time, which is true, but it's especially the European accounts. Like, it's so weird that they keep tweeting it. And what he says here is, I've said it a million times, but I like whoever runs the official European Pokemon accounts. I mean, posting Johto nostalgia for no apparent reason other than to share that same childhood whimsical feeling that I get when I see or hear this, or maybe there is an apparent reason for it. Right. So the thing is, right, why are they posting a bunch of Johto? I don't really know. If you look through most of the other tweets, there has been this whole Snorlax promotion thingy. Now, if you guys haven't seen these images, it's these drawings that have been made specifically about Snorlax. It's really random, but it's just a thing. And then in between there, just gameplay of Pokemon Gold, like, for whatever reason. I don't know. It's just Pokemon Gold and Silver gameplay. Moving down, there's just them retweeting stuff, and then, of course, a Funko Pop thingy. Like, again, it's just a lot of promo stuff, but again, the one that makes no sense is this one. The Johto one is so out of place. It's not like we are celebrating, like, like, it's not like it's, specifically on the day they posted this, like the day they posted this post, which was 19 hours ago, so yesterday on the 30th. It's not like the 30th of January is, in any way, shape, or form, a special day for Gold and Silver. I mean, this year is the anniversary, but that's way later in the year, way later, and not now. It's just a bit odd, right? And if you continue scrolling through the tweets, again, mostly just promos related to Scarlet and Violet, here, for example, celebrating Legends Arceus, right? Because it's been 2 years since its release. Like, those things make sense. The Gyarados tweet, everything else. But there's no logic to that Johto one. Like, it doesn't fit in with any of the rest of this stuff. Like, all this stuff kind of matches. Like, sure, like some memes about, Pokemon Horizons, whatever. That also makes sense. But again, everything else is so out of place. Like, all the other stuff just doesn't really make sense. So, again, this tweet is a little bit odd, and it makes me start wondering, is this like little small hints they're leaving, a little thing they're doing just to kind of like, to poke at us, or does it mean nothing? Again, I want to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on this, because personally, I don't really know where to go with this. Like, I have no idea where to go with my thought process on this one. Moving on, though, we have some other official news, which is there's a Chinese short film, which will be launching on February the 2nd, which is going to be a little short film for China of Pokemon. You guys can see in the image, we got Miraidon, Koraidon, we've got Rockruff, you've got Piplup by this man, a little Tepig, and just stuff going on. If you look up, like, this post right here, it says, a new Pokemon animated short has been announced. It is titled Beautiful Dreams, and is produced by the Chinese studio Hanmu Chunhua, which will premiere on February 2nd. And then I think they also had a tweet here, if we go back from their leaks account, where they use ChatGPT to actually translate it or give context to it. If you guys want to pause and read that, you can do it. I don't really know if you can really trust that, but hey, if you want to do that, you can do that. Nonetheless, though, not really a leak, not really massive, but the fact that they're, kind of going into the Chinese market makes me wonder if a future generation of Pokemon will actually be related to that. Like, will they actually do some stuff like related to, what do you call it, like a Chinese region, right? Like, will Generation 10 be based on China? I'm curious. I don't know if it will, but they, we've seen, I think Ishihara, the president of the Pokemon company, he actually went to China this last year, and as well as some other stuff they've been doing with like Chinese developers and stuff. So it makes me wonder, is it going to be a big push into China? Because it is a big market. It's a lot of money to be made. I don't know. It's a very curious situation. We do also have an interesting thing that I want to talk about. So this is kind of like the fact, like, this was posted is just one thing, but also the fact that Ku posted it. Now, Ku is I think a Chinese national, so he is from China. And the thing with him is that he does tweet, like, really any Pokemon related stuff that shows up, or any new things in China that are related to Pokemon, he does tweet them. So I don't think him tweeting this necessarily means anything massive. I've seen a lot of people freaking out, thinking that this is a massive hint to things, but I don't really think this means much. I don't think he's like, I think he's just sharing it because it's something that's happening in China. Wouldn't really take it as anything much else than that. However, there is some other stuff that I want to mention, which is, for example, that I was going to say Elgato. El Chico Eevee, by the way, who is a data miner, data mined out that Miraidon is going to be showing up, as well as Phalanx is going to be showing up, or Phalanx, whatever you want to call it, are going to be showing up in Pokemon Masters, Pokemon Unites, right? They're going to be showing up there. So we already kind of knew about Miraidon because of some of the stuff we've seen about it. Some leaks already told it. But interestingly, this exact post, like this exact like Miraidon being in the game, is very similar to this like 4chan rumor that we read a while back. Now, if you read it again, one of the first things it said is that update for Pokemon, let me see here, Pokemon Unite, here we go. So Pokemon Unite showcases Miraidon, available February 27th. New season also releases during Pokemon Day, features a future-themed battle pass. Very strange. We haven't really seen if that's true, like if there is like a future theme thing. Like if we go to El Chico's account here and we go down and look at some of the stuff that has been posted, like, you know, just got to go really far down until we find like the stuff about Pokemon Unite. So let's see. Next Unite update, I will call it We Need Money update. They're doing extra passes, etc., just to get people to waste money on gems. Fair enough. And here you can see the showcase, of course, of Miraidon. Phalanx wasn't mentioned in that whole post. It was just Miraidon. And I don't know how long we've already known that Miraidon's going to show up. You know, I don't know how long that's been a fact, but it only really got confirmed yesterday. Like yesterday, the actual leaks came out, which confirmed its existence, and that it was going to show up. Like that was what was confirmed yesterday, like about 12 hours ago, more or less, right? Before that, I don't think we had actual info on it. Like, I don't think we had confirmation that it was going to be in the game, but now we do. So, again, I could be wrong about it, but the fact that this one post, which we were just reading, that they actually included that, and we already read this post in the past, and we're going to read through the rest of it again, just to see what it had to say again, which was Shiny Koraidon and Shiny Miraidon distribution event for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is announced. Ho and Lugia raids available after the presentation, so that would be really cool if they did do that. That sounds like something they would do. Then update for Pokemon Cafe Remix, introducing a 2 limited time events featuring Ogerpon and Terrapagos available after the presentation. Sounds about right as well. Brief section about Pokemon Horizons, announced a new Pokemon film in production. Key art of the movie is shown featuring Captain Pikachu and Terrapagos surrounded by Terra Crystals. More information coming later this year. Fair enough. Moving on, Pokemon Go update adds a Captain Pikachu event available after the Pokemon Presents. CGI video shows Paldean Pokemon running through a Spanish-looking city as trainers gather around a raid. Teases Koraidon Miraidon raid. So I guess that would just be for Pokemon Go, right? Just a update, which would be sick, man. Hey, you know what? Koraidon Miraidon raids would be sick. Pokemon Masters EX receives a Pokemon Day event. Arvin and Mabustif plus Juliana and Sprigatito sync pairs are announced, releasing in March. More information coming soon to give the games go to the game's social media, I guess. Again, we did get some stuff about Pokemon Masters, like we did get some confirmations. And then finally, we have the Unite thing here. Pokemon Unite showcases Miraidon, available February 27th. New season also releases during Pokemon Day. Features, well, again, it says available February 27th. Is that even true, though? Because the stuff that we saw now from El Chico, this is all like data mine stuff, right? Like, this is all data mines for Miraidon and stuff. I wonder when this is all releasing, because I don't really know if there's any info, because, for example, in around 23 hours, Gyarados will cost 13,000 EOS coins, so that's, like, just lower. There's an update that they're going to lower some of the stuff, like the cost of certain items, but I don't think there's any information, as far as I'm aware, of when the stuff is dropping. I don't know when this update is actually coming out. Like, I don't know. And again, this is all data mine, so this isn't, like, you know, officially out there, officially, right? They haven't announced it on an official source. But move on. They say also that a new mobile game based on Pokemon Concierge called Pokemon Pocket Resort. Gameplay consists of baiting, playing, and dressing up Pokemon, shows different clips of the players, polishing a Empoleon flipper, and playing with a Psyduck. Releases in spring 2024. Okay. That would not be that crazy that they would do a small game like that. Moving on, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, available to purchase on the eShop. All right, you know what? Hey, that would be pretty solid if true. Then finishing it off with Pokemon Legends Celebi is announced. Starts with a CGI clip showing silhouettes of the protagonist facing a forest shrine. Video cuts to gameplay, shows a few areas and a Japanese village with 2 towers. Cuts back to CGI and shows the back of a character with long hair and a white coat facing the same shrine. Crystals start growing from the ground and slowly cover the shrine. The crystals light up, revealing Celebi. Celebi flies towards the camera, revealing Pokemon Legends Celebi as a game's title. Releases on November 2024. Again, we already read this. Legend Celebi would be a sick game. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I would personally love that, but I'm gonna be real. I don't know, Chief. This seems a little bit far-fetched. Like, I've already said it before. It seems like it just seems like too specific. Like, this is too on the point. And also, the fact that it didn't include here Phalanx with Unite, and that it says that's going to be available 27th of, February is weird to me because we already know Miraidon now, and I don't know when this update with Miraidon is actually coming out. Like, I don't have concrete confirmation on that. Like, I might be able to Google it. Like, Miraidon, Pokemon Unite release date. Because I don't know if anybody's actually confirmed that. We just have confirmation that it's actually coming out. So it says here, this event is going to begin around Pokemon Day on Sunday. So, no, it is. It is, actually. It's been confirmed. Apparently, yeah. The latest Pokemon Unite leak suggests Miraidon debut in upcoming releases. Okay, yeah, it is possible. It looks like it. Yep, I guess that part. So we already have one thing, I guess, from this leak that has been confirmed real. Just the lack of Phalanx is what makes it weird to me. Like, why Phalanx was not included. That's a bit odd. I'm not going to lie. But I guess we have 1 out of, I don't know, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of 10 things, 1 out of 10 is so far confirmed real. So, hey, we still got 9 more things that need to be confirmed real. If it's a Legend Celebi, I would love it. If it's, any of the other stuff, I'm cool with it. I mean, again, the other stuff is pretty, logical. A shiny Koraidon, shiny Miraidon would be sick to have, because then we officially get them in Scarlet and Violet. Then also having Ho and Lugia raids available after the presentation also would be very nice, as a nice way to kind of hype us up for Pokemon Legends Celebi. Again, I would be on board for all of this. Like, I would be 100% on board for all this stuff. Like, I am very much all for it. But I'm just curious to see how this would all turn out. Pokemon Unite showcases Miraidon available, etc. So again, I'm curious where this is going to go. But that's pretty much where I'm going to end that one. Let's move on to the next thing, because we already talked about a few rumors and stuff. There is another post that was posted, and just this one right here. I'm going to move my camera up on the top left here, or top right, I guess. And basically, this is another post on 4chan. It says Pokemon Day 2024 by Anonymous. Again, this is on 4chan, so please keep in mind that these things, don't take them as real. Take them as like with a mountain of salt, and do assume that they could be fake. But what this one says is Pokemon Day 2024, new Pokemon movie, Pokemon Odyssey, Secrets Unearthed in Area Zero, summer 2024. The name is a bit long, I'm not gonna lie. Pokemon Odyssey would be a good name, but Secrets Unearthed in Area Zero, actually, you know what? It is one of those ridiculously long titles that makes no sense, which does fit Pokemon. Moving on, a new game, and this is actually, I already read this rumor before I got to this video, and literally this section right here, I love it. I don't know why I would love this kind of game, but it's just me. Pokemon City, a game where you build your own city, like SimCity, produce materials that are used to create new houses, which contains a selection of Pokemon across all generations. Missions are available, which contain special Pokemon, legendaries in this case. Game contains special buildings, which are known from the mainline games, like Uva, Naranja Academy, Burn Tower, Hearthorn City, and Cathedral, etc. Pokédoll is obtained by crafting items for materials, can be used to build more buildings and increase the Pokemon population. I wonder if this is would be a mobile game or an actual Switch game. I'm curious if it is real, because honestly, Pokemon City, I love city builders. I like shit like that. I used to play Farmville, okay? I grew up playing Farmville and stuff, so I would honestly love this. Like, I have nothing against this kind of thing. Like, I'd be totally on board for it. Moving on, though. Pokemon Cafe Mix, or Remix, I guess. Ogerpon has added a new hardcore mode is announced. So Ogerpon was also included in that other post. Like the other post here said the same thing, Ogerpon and also Terrapagos. But this one says only Ogerpon, and a hardcore mode being added. Okay. Pokemon Go, new update for Roots. Roots now increase the spawn rate of Pokemon. Type depends on your buddy's type. Increase shiny chance from 1 in 500 to 1 in 350. And the Galar birds. Ooh, dude, honestly, I would love that. Like, I know shinies are already easy to get in Pokemon Go, but man, they're inconsistent. And I swear to God, I hate the feeling when I've had like a Pokemon day, and then like a week later, I get like another shiny, but it's one from the Pokemon day, right? Like, I do not need more, like, I don't know, shiny Charmanders. I've had enough of them. But yeah, Galar birds, okay, I would be curious what they mean by that. Like, are they going to make them easier to find, or are they going to be showing up more frequently now, or what? Because they're also incredibly rare. Moving on though, Pokemon Johto Adventures. This is the mainline games for Pokemon for 2024. It is so Johto Adventures. Okay, interesting. It is made by Ilka. Ooh, that would piss some people off. The game is in 3D, cel-shaded art style, and follows the same story as Pokemon Crystal, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver. Additional story is in Kanto with Team Rocket, which forces you to do gyms in a predetermined order, which you kind of already had to do. But I guess maybe in Kanto you had to do them in predetermined order. But interesting. So it's Pokemon Johto Adventures. It's the mainline game. So I don't get it. Is it follows the same story as Crystal and Heart Gold Soul Silver? So it wouldn't. So this is more like a remake. Interesting. Celebi Guardian of Time is a post-game story. Okay, interesting. So I'm gonna be real. This post, I actually like it. I like a lot about it because I like the idea of a Pokemon city building game. I know some people would hate that, but I actually like that. I even liked Pokemon Quest, okay? If anybody here remembers Pokemon Quest, I liked Pokemon Quest. I enjoyed it, but then they stopped updating it, and they just updated it in China. They didn't do shit for us over here. So I honestly would love a city building game for Pokemon. Like, I like it when Pokemon makes weird spin-offs and strange little spin-off games that are super out there and just trying things. Like, I want them to try stuff. Like, I know some people be like, "Oh, bro, I don't want that shit, bro. Oh, just give me my black and white remakes." That's fine. I know that, mainline Pokemon games are still mainline Pokemon games, but I like the spin-offs. I think the spin-offs are a fun little thing to keep us, entertained, right? Like, if we have, let's say like this. If we have 2025 as a year where we get no new Pokemon games so they can have more time to work on bigger projects, I would hope at least then they had other smaller studios working on fun little, like 3 or 4 different spin-off games that are just small, not massive in scale, like just small little projects that are just fun to keep us busy and entertained until we get that big project that they've been working on. Of course, that's not going to be the case, but again, a city-building Pokemon game, all aboard for that one for me, okay? I'm totally on board for that. That's personally what I think. As for this rumor, I'm gonna give this one a solid 7 out of 10. I like it. It's not going overboard. It's not going, too ridiculous. A lot of stuff it mentions here. Again, the shiny increase chance is actually the part where it loses me. I don't think that would be done in Pokemon Go. There's no way Niantic would make it easier for you to get shinies when they already want to force you to spend money to buy passes and stuff to get shinies. Or higher chances of shinies. There's no way they would make it the chances higher for you. There's no way. I just do not believe they would do that. The only thing Niantic's been doing is firing their employees, making more money, and being pissed off that not as many people want to play their game anymore. So I do not think this post is real because of this thing right here. Everything else, I don't really know. But that's pretty much where I'm going to summarize that part. Let's move on to the next and I guess the final part of this video, or the final posts, which is this one right here. This was posted on 4chan as well. And this person basically said, seems like Pokemon Horizons will be featured a lot in the Pokemon Presents. Don't know where the person got that idea from, but saying Captain Pikachu will appear in Pokemon Go, Shiny Rayquaza will appear in Pokemon Unite, probably a Shiny Rayquaza raid 2 in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. What are the chances they'll also announce a new movie with a brand new mythical? I'd say pretty high now. Again, we have been talking about a new mythical. Again, I don't know if this is supposed to be a rumor post or if this guy just shared his thoughts. I haven't really seen Captain Pikachu. Let's look it up. Let's look up let's see Captain Pikachu. Which, if you guys do not know, Captain Pikachu is the new Pikachu that's kind of the mascot of one of the characters in the Horizons anime. It's owned by one of this guy right here with the white hair. He's basically the guy who kind of uses it. But let's see. If we look it up, so Charcadet releases coming soon to Pokemon Go. Captain Pikachu is actually kind of cool. No, I don't really see anything about him being in Pokemon Go, so I don't know where that info comes from. But yeah, having Captain Pikachu with the hat in Pokemon Go would easily be doable. Shiny Rayquaza appearing in Pokemon Unite, easily doable. It's just a reskin. And a Shiny Rayquaza raid in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, also very easily doable. Rayquaza is already in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It's already available. Having a raid for it, not really a big deal. Very simple, straightforward, and it wouldn't be the first Shiny Rayquaza raid in the past. Honestly, all these things would make 100% sense. So do you guys think we'll be seeing these things? Again, I'm up for anything. I just want to see more Pokemon content. The more they give us, the happier I am. But speaking of a new mythical, because that's the last thing they mentioned here, we have been talking about that whole gorilla mythical, right? Because there is a mythical Pokemon that is missing, or a Pokemon that's just generally missing, because even Ridley-Koo, who's a legitimate leaker, even he said that there is one more Pokemon that they haven't really shown. It is possible, of course, that Pokemon was removed in development. As remember, guys, things like the leakers say could always have been real, but could have been scrapped in development, right, and removed throughout time. So just keep that in mind. But Speaking of this, though, there is this gorilla drawing in Pokemon Scarlet Valley. That drawing there of the back of a gorilla, that's actually a real drawing in the game, alongside real Pokemon all around that image, except that gorilla. That's nowhere to be found, which makes people question, are we going to get another mythical that's based on a monkey? That's what we're wondering about this one. And as you can see, Pen Paladin said, rumor has it we're getting a second Gen 9 mythical Pokemon. Some speculate it's the mysterious gorilla from Area 0. Here's my take on it. Though, if it does come out, I don't think it'll be in the Scarlet and Violet, but rather whatever games comes in 2024. Exactly. Think like Meltan. Exactly. That's a perfect way to put it. If this thing actually exists, if there is a gorilla mythical Pokemon, we're not going to see it in Scarlet and Violet. It's probably not going to be part of Scarlet and Violet or Gen 9 at all. It's probably going to be a Pokemon in Generation 10. It's probably going to be released in Gen 10. It might be shown in a movie now, but we won't actually see it in-game until Generation 10. That's the way I view this as well. And to finish things off, guys, there is a brand new update for Pokemon Masters with a new mode, the Battle Rally feature, I guess, which, yeah, if you guys want to check that out, feel free to do so. Pokemon Masters EX has been pretty interesting on the sideline. But yeah, that's going to be all for today's video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Let me know if you guys thought about all the rumors and stuff we read today in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, and bye-bye.